This is a big shout out to Alex, one of my youngest subscribers. Cheers, mate. Hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy your new garden. Good morning, you 19,000 beauties. Thank you all for the subscriptions. 1,000 away now from 20,000. Milestone. Well, anyway, we're going to have a bit of fun on this one. We got a 12-metre long wall. Dry stack wall into it. And you all know I love that, don't you? And a brick step kit, Marshall's Golden Sandy multi to go on top to match the colour of the patio behind me. Well, we're going to try and lay these blocks on this job flat down. We're going to see if we can lay them by using a grabbo. Never know. We'll have to grab it first, turn it on, see if it works. Goodbye to the shag pile rug. We've had some fine times together. Little tip for you guys, whenever you fill in a skip and you've got whole bricks, stack them as much as you can and launch the rest of the halves on your Amazon packages. So, walls down, concrete's in, got it up to ground level. Right, let's see if I can pick up a block with a grabbo. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a whirl. Right, power's on. I got 3 bars. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Push, push, push. Ah, not doing it. Right, try again. Push, 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 push. Ah, swine. Oh well, don't look like we're going to be laying any blocks with any grabbos today. Right, well, let's see if I wet it down. Let's see if that does anything. Right, soaking wet block. Grabbo quickly on it. Press a button. Oh, what a bugger. You're going to have to do it the old method. Pick them up with your hands. Well, there we go. I got the wall up. Didn't bother filming it. Monkey could build a wall. He wouldn't have learned anything apart from, ooh, look at that Welsh monkey building the wall. So yeah, it didn't work. I was hoping it was going to work because as long as the blocks are pretty flat, as long as it's pretty flat, the grabber would normally work. But it could have been an interesting video if it happened, but it didn't. So if you want to stick around and watch me stick some dry stack wall into it, let me have a look. I got 20 odd boxes of dry stack wall in there, and I got a load of coping stones there. Step kits from Marshall's Golden Sand multi, because the patio I'm stood on at the moment is that colour. So, oh, hang on, let me grab you this. Oh god, my back. Swing. So we're using this stuff again. Yay, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. So this is Slate Verta, the same one as that feature wall I did a while back with a deco stuck to it. Remember that one? I actually won an award for that the other night. I won a regional award for it, so that gets me onto the nationals. And I know Matty Brockstone's won an award for a driveway he did, so that'd be good, so we can meet up and have a couple of beers and have a chin wag. So yeah, stick around if you want to see that bit. But if you want to see that bit, bugger off and go watch something else. Yeah, well, it didn't work, did it? Right, it's the end of the day. We've put in all these blocks. We've done about 300 blocks today. Finished about 4, something like that. So we wang them in, that's good. Walls nice and plumb and level. Oh god, this could be a bit iffy. No, can't see jack diddly squat. Should have turned it around, shouldn't I? Right, balls to that. I'm out of here. See you in the morning. We'll have another blast. Did the wall yesterday, didn't we? Grabbo thing didn't work, which is a shame. So yeah, stick around if you want to see me stick some dry stack together. We've got 22 boxes to cover this lot. Hopefully it's right. I think it's right. I got a couple spare just in case. Yeah, so here we go again. Bit of dry stack. I love it. Well, at least one thing, they're not heavy. It's easy to do. Just a bit of a faff. This is what we got. If you want to have a look, a little bit of information on it, there we go. That's the size, that's the dimension, there are the thicknesses, that's how many they pack, that's how much square meters, and that's how much they weigh. And this is the stuff you get to put with it. So, here's the stuff. So yeah, you buy the tiles, it comes with it. So you got your Seeker primer, which you got to paint on the wall, paint on the back of the tile, then use this stuff here, this adhesive, EBT+, whatever the hell that stands for. And then you put strips of it going down there, 5 on each one. Turn it round, kisplat! That's pretty much it. Just hope when you do the kisplat, they all actually fit. So it's quite a long wall. It's gauge in height. So I put a string line at the bottom. I've gauged out my corners so you can see the heights there. Got a string line there for my first course to pull it mega tight. I got some gauge marks here in the middle, just so I know it's going, it's not, line's not snagging or anything. And I got some marks over there where they gotta go. So the garden does slope towards me, so there is going to be a bit of a gap under there. I did check earlier, it's about 2 inches or so, but plants are going there anyway. So just a little bit more earth, and the plants will hide the gap. Right, let's put my smiley head on and start pouring the Seeker into here. Got my square to cut off. Got a wider paintbrush. So I'll pour that stuff into there, paint it on the wall, yada, yada, yada. So let's paint this stuff on there. Nice and generous. Don't be shy. Paint that all the way along. I'm going to do the first course first. So I'm going to paint loads of that on there. And as soon as I got the first course in, then everything after that bit should be a lot easier. So yeah, just paint that stuff off first. Get it all nice and tacky. Then I can start sticking it to it. So I'll show you how to put the application on. But most importantly, don't put the primer on too thick. Otherwise it can go through some of the gaps and leach through to the other side. So when you put it on sparingly. Yeah, last thing you want to do is put this stuff on thick. Because if it goes through the other side, you might as well throw it away. Because you'll never get it off. But then that's a good sign of the primer doing what it's supposed to do. Right, I'll just spin it round, just make sure nothing's leached through to this side. It looks pretty good. So we plonk that back down. And now we use the adhesive now. So when you put the adhesive on, don't go right to the end. Because when you squash it to the wall, it'll space out a little bit more anyway. So you want 5 per tile. Numero uno. Numero duo. Numero trio. Numero forio. And numero fivio. Or any other type of lingo. I don't know, whatever suits. Yeah, so we haven't put it right to the end. So 5 per strip, put it to the line, squish it to the wall, only push it. You don't have to hit it with hammer. You hit it with hammer and it'll probably break. Right, I shall set the camera up now and put it a little bit closer to the ground. Yoo-wee. So the tile's ready, all glued, last primed. We know it's got to go that way because there we're 2 down from the top. So this one's 2 down from the top. And literally plonk it on, get the one end good. And push it to the string line. nice and firm. Just got to prop this end up here a tad. Any little stones or anything you find, prop it underneath, push it tight again, etc, etc, etc. Right, a bit of a crack in that one there, so I definitely don't want to put too much in there. Yeah, it's really good stuff, this prime. All primers are so important. Priming for tiles, for patios, priming for these things. It's the glue which holds it together. Right, a couple more strips. In, guy, tree, pedwa, pimp. And yes, that was Welsh. Right, let's put the camera down the bottom. Oh, back and forth like a bloody yo-yo. Right. Got my two there, which goes onto that 2 there. Same old thing. Plonk that on there. Nice and tight. Push it to the wall. So we're popping along nice, you know, getting the first course done, propping it up with all sorts. I got knives, I got brushes, I got more knives, I got bolsters, whatever you can find to prop it up to get that first course in. That's what you got to do. But we're getting over to this side now, where it drops off more. That's the higher end of the street, that's the lower end of the street. So everything kind of slopes this way. So I have to make sure this stuff's level, and then we'll just deal with the difference underneath after. So rather than me propping it up with loads of little bits and bobs, we're getting to the point now where I got to do it properly. So I got an old spirit level down, put one on top so I know it's right, and now I'll continue this way. I'll have to use a yellow level again at one point, but there, to put the rest of them in. I'm running out of straight things. But yeah, I'll manage. I always do. Well, here we go. Grumpy head's coming on. Grumpy head, grumpy head. Now, come on, explain that. Now, we're not talking just got to trim it a little bit. We're talking, for God's sake, it's miles off. Oh, God, here we go. Get the grumpy head on. Everybody get ready to hear some moaning. Slowly started to run out of levels and straight edges. So I got a 6 foot level there, an old one. I got my current 6 foot level there. And I've had to use my measuring staff. That's all the straight stuff I got on the van. So, this is the offcut from the last one down the end. So when I'm going to do this now, I'm not going to put the same joint in the same place. I'm not going to do this because it'll just be the same all the way up. So what we're going to do, we're going to stagger it. We're going to push that over there into the corner, and we're going to stagger the joints so every time they're different. Because if you can see here, that is the previous line. The worst thing is, just imagine having that going all the way up there. It'd stand out a mile. So stagger the joints, people. Stagger the joints and it'll look loads better. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up real high. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up, put 'em up. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up real high. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up, put 'em up. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up real high. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up, put 'em up. Front to the back and the side to side. If you feel what I feel, put 'em up real high. Front to the back and the side to side. Oh, Mickey. Put 'em up real high. Others be like bitches when I ride so crazy. The party's on, it's showtime. Getting wild when I grab the mic. I come like out and kick. Yo, pretty like baby, like she wanna copy me, not bad. I must admit, but not quite me. Disgusting. That's right. Doesn't matter where I go. Doesn't matter where I go. Doesn't matter who the fuck you think you're talking to. Here we go again. Pretty much the same place as the last one. Right, so I got to trim that off. And also I noticed over here, I put a little arrow on the wall. This section here, if I put it low, you can see this end comes up. So I'm going to have to trim that one down as well. Oh, God, the moaning starts. I must admit, I do like a good moan. It's so easy to moan, just comes so naturally, especially when you get past 50. Moan, moan, moan. Get bored of filming this stuff now, especially if I've got to move it every time. Oh, I don't know. I might persevere. Depends how good the music is. Psst, 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 psst. Yeah, I'll make sure I put some good music on, and I'll continue moving the camera every time.
We're taking over the station. Quest like a soccer. Before this, did you really know what I was? Coming into the track force, why? Cause getting mentions on the tip of the vibe buzz. Rock and roll to the beat of the funk fuzz. Wipe your feet really good on the rhythm rug. If you feel the urge to freak to the jitterbug, come and spread your arms if you really need a hug. Afrocentric living is a big shrug. I like filled with, that's what I love. A lower plateau is what we're above. If it diss us, we won't even think of. We'll nip of a dog and give a big shove. This rhythm really fits like a snug glove. Like a box of positives, it's a plus love. As the trial flies high like a dove. Get drunk, get cool, get go round. Really, really so hot to handle. So step to it if you know I am the best to ever do it. Oh, Mickey. Coming for war. And I got the pedal to the metal.
So the second row's in now. What I suggest, which I've just done now, go along the wall with a level, and you can see what needs altering, as you can probably see here. So top left, look how small that piece is compared to the one to the next, to the side of it. If I don't address that now, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. So every time we do a course, stick a level on it, make a couple of marks on the wall so you know what needs to be addressed, then wang the grinder on it and trim it down. My battery's getting a bit low on my phone at the moment, so I'm going to put that on charge. I'm going to skip a couple of rows and just going to crack on. Since I got a new type problem. These ones look really flat compared to the ones underneath. And these two look pretty flat. So I'm going to have to jumble those ones in every now and then. I don't like it. It's bugging me. And I've just got to the halfway point now. And I've had a calculation on how many boxes I've used and how many boxes I've got left. I've got one box spare. So I'm going to whip that out. I don't like it. It's bugging me every time I walk past it. You see it? Slightly different colour, and it's just too flat. Right, no, I don't like it. It's coming out. Change it, do it again.
This is my favorite part, right here.
That looks much better. Right, back down that end. We're on the last course, finally. So, yeah, 5 rows in. This is the last one, 6 rows. 6 rows equals 900 mil, ground to top. Coping goes on the top, happy campers. Wall's all pre-primed already, that's hard to say, isn't it? It's pre-primed. So I just gotta prime the back of the tile, glue it, stick it, move along. Right, let's get back to the oops, 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 oops.
We're shown to tear it up.
I do declare this wall now open. Yay! Yeah, so I'll just let that go off now over the weekend, and I'll be back Monday then to put the copings on the top. Right, so that's done. I gotta clear up all these boxes, chuck them all on the skip, and then I'll stick the camera back on for one more go before I go home. Tidy like, innit? I'm shattered. So, bit bright, isn't it? I was just about to say how many meters it is. Well, it's 12 meters by 1.5. Don't know. I haven't got a calculator. Well, anyway, done. And I had 3 tiles left, 3 good tiles left. And I'm so glad I took that one out of there, because the customer came out to give me a coffee, Emma. And I showed her, and she was like, "Ooh, I don't like that." So, glad I got rid of it. Because if she would have saw it now and gone, "Oh, I don't like that," that would have been hard to get out. I would have been a right pain in the ass. So there we go. The top, let's have a look at the top. So I'm a bit higher by about 20 mil, something like that. So yeah, prime this, cement, flush, then to the top of that. And that'll help keep it down in position as well. So happy days. Right, well, it's Friday. It's 3 years past the pimple, because I'm going to watch. Time for me to go home. So, catch you Monday. Back. Yeah, that's it, yeah. See you Monday. Laters. Morning, Monday morning. So, coping's on today. Happy campers. Yeah, wall's gone off awesomely, obviously. It's been the weekend for it to dry. Yeah, put the copings on now. So I've just put one on dry by here. The overlap looks pretty good. So around about something I'm looking for there. So I got to cut a groove now. Going along there is a drip. Otherwise, what happens if you don't put a drip in it? Rainwater will land on there, go around there and just drip down the front, and before you know it, it just discolours. So every little bit helps. So yeah, I got to prime the wall. I've made that stuff up already. Ran out of the Marshall's primer, so I'm on the SBR and cement again. So we'll prime the wall, cement, prime the tile, stick it on, kasplat! Like the kasplat, kasplat! And I'm not going to joint it up with cement. I got some Marshall's Symphony jointing compound in buff. So I've actually got charcoal and buff. So I'm not going to do it with normal cement. I'm gonna stick it on, let the customer decide what colour they want to have on it, and yeah, job's a good one. Then I got to get all the boards then in the back of the van, get rid of those, and happy campers. Balls! I just remembered my radio's knackered. Oh well, looks like I'll be talking to myself again. Blah, 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 blah. So here we go. Game on. So, yeah, I've cut the groove. I've gone about 10 mil, something like that. Primed the back of the tile. Primed the wall. Bit of cement on the top. Turn that over, put it on top. Tappity tap taps. Then the other one down the other end, I won't prime it because I probably will have to cut that one, so that'll just be a temporary dead man. Right, let's spin that round, plonk that on there, and get string line sorted out. There we go. Groove in a good place, tile set. One down there, set temporary like I said earlier. Right, let's prime the wall and put these copings on. voila, as they say in Ville France. Voila. Don't know what to say in Welsh. No idea. Yeah, cool. Coping's on. Bish and bosh. So what I need to do next before I dump... Hang on, where's that bloody tool? Excuse my French. Ah, Ville France. Arc de Triomphe. Right, okay. So what I need to do next is little gaps like that. I've got to chuck some compo in it. Yeah, give it a bit of a clean up as well. Happy campers. So yeah, I'll fill up those gaps. Check it out. That's the last piece I got. Talk about timed it perfectly. And I only had 3 of these things as well. But that was a naff one. I had 3 naff ones left, and they were all the ones I had left. Whew. Talk about perfect timing. Happy days. Right, I'm going to fill up any little gaps like that first, so no water can get underneath it. Any cement and stuff I got left, bags and bits and naffy bits. Skip. When that stuff's in the skip, take all the boards away. Give it a pressure wash, clean it down, and yeah, we're going to use the buff. We're going to use the buff cement for that, just to match it all up a bit. Plus, at the bottom of the wall here, there is a little bit of a gap. Nothing down that end, bit of a gap this end. That's because the garden slopes off. So if I use the buff, that'll be perfect because the tiles underneath are golden sand multi anyway. But yeah, I won't be doing that yet. I got loads and loads and loads of stuff to do first. Back in a bit. So I cleaned all the tops down, cleaned the underside down. All looks great. So it's 10 to 3. I got to get rid of all this stuff first. I'll be back tomorrow to fill up the joints. I don't know about you guys. I hate it when I don't have a radio and work. I just end up listening to the voices in my head. This side's saying this, that side's saying that. It's like, everybody shut up, put the radio on. So I've just given everything a good clean down from where the boards were. So yeah, we're going to use this stuff because I had a spare tub. So it's a Symphony jointing compound, unique narrow joint formulation for vitrified paving. All right, it might not be vitrified, well, it might not be paving, but it's still stonework and it'll still work. And it's buff. Happy campers. So back again. Did the grouting yesterday. Let's take my glasses off. And I did the finished bit for the video and I accidentally deleted it when I got home. So I'm back. But I had to come back because I got a bit of oil on the floor. There, come out my mixer, and another little bit but there. So I've just been to pick up some of this stuff from Lifrathin. Wax off, you get oil off and stuff like that. So I had to come back anyway. I can't leave oil stains on the floor. That would be just bad, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, so all finished otherwise. As I was just packing up yesterday, I noticed a particular tile which was peeing me off. So it still got me, even right at the end, it managed to get me. And like, there's always something which pees me off. I'll show it for you anyway. Yeah, for some reason, it's like a white bit. It's not tile, it's some sort of resin or something. I'm not quite sure what it is. But yeah, it's all good throughout. But then, you can see it just stands out like a sore thumb. So I managed to find a spare tile. So what I'm planning on doing, probably that piece there, I'll snap that piece off and I'll swap it over for that bit over there. Right, well, I'll do that first and I'll come back for my last little rant. Right, so that's off. Let me put in the new piece. Squishy, squishy. There we go, all wrapped up. Last coffee, check that out. Proper coffee. Right, well, I might as well call this a Wednesday special then, isn't it? As it is Wednesday. I should wait till the weekend to put it online, but give you something to watch in it for the next couple of days. Yeah, so enjoyed the video. If you like me doing dry stack, please don't ask me to do it, because the less of it I do, the better. Right, enjoy. Speak to you all soon on the next job. Tidy.